Think of your body like a massive network of tiny factories. Each one has a job. Each one runs 24/7. And together, they build the things that you need to survive and feel good. So what are these factories and what are they making? Well, first off, you have an energy factory. These are your power plants. They turn food into fuel, something called ATP, to run everything, from blinking to thinking. When they slow down, you feel tired, heavy, and foggy, like you're walking through molasses. You also have a detox factory. These are your cleanup crews. Mostly in the liver, they break down chemicals, junk, and old hormones. If they get overwhelmed, toxins pile up. You might get headaches, breakouts, bloating, or just that blah feeling that just won't leave. Then there's a chemical brain factory. These are your mood managers. They produce things like serotonin and dopamine to keep you happy, focused, and calm. When that line goes down, hello anxiety, brain fog, and low motivation. We also have a hormone factory. These factories help balance things like estrogen, cortisol, and testosterone. If there's a backup to this system, you might feel moody, inflamed, puffy, or just plain stuck, even if your labs come back normal. And that's just the beginning. Your body has countless other factories, each working around the clock in ways that we don't even have time to list. Here's the big idea. These factories aren't scattered randomly. They're all connected by biological highways. Pathways that move raw materials and messages from one factory to the next. And just like real highways, there are traffic lights at every major intersection. Here's the twist. Those lights are controlled by your genes, and they're powered by nutrients. If a gene is working well, the light stays green. Traffic flows. But if a gene has a hiccup, what we call a variation or a mutation, that green light might flicker or turn red. And just like that, traffic slows. Production backs up. And that's where the symptoms start to show up. But even with a red light, your body often has a workaround, if it gets the right support. What happens when the light turns red? When your genes are functioning well, the traffic light stays green. Production stays on track. Raw materials get delivered, production stays on schedule, and everything flows. But if you inherit a gene mutation variation, or if you're missing a critical nutrient, one of those lights turns red. Now, the delivery trucks can't get through, the factory slows down, or even shuts down entirely. And eventually, you feel it. Symptoms creep in, your energy production drops, brain chemicals don't get made, hormones go unbalanced, causing hormonal chaos, toxins back up, and you're left wondering why you're tired, foggy, moody, inflamed, or just plain stuck. You know, all that strange symptoms that doctors can't explain. That red light, it's not just frustrating, it's the bottleneck that's stopping everything behind it. So how do we get the factories running again? Well, here's the good news. Even if a factory is stalled, we can manually flip the light back green if we know it's missing. That's what gene testing helps us uncover. It shows us where the red light is and what nutrient it needs to flip it back to green. Maybe it's methylated B12 supplement that's needed for a faulty MTHFR gene. Or it might be magnesium and B6 that's required for a sluggish COMP gene. Or methylfolate to bypass a blocked methylation step in your body. Once you supply the missing piece, the factory restarts, the system flows again, and your body gets back to doing what it was built to do. Now, let's zoom in on one of your most important biological highways, the methylation pathway. The methylation pathway is a crucial highway that detoxifies chemicals, builds brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. It helps repair DNA and even supports your mood and energy. Now, let's imagine that your MTHFR gene is mutated, which is very common but yet fixable. That mutation makes it hard for your body to turn folic acid into methylfolate, which is the active form of it that it actually needs. So even if you're eating healthy, this part of the pathway is blocked. But what if we identify that block from gene testing? We don't need to fix the gene, we bypass it. We give you methylfolate directly, and boom, the traffic flows again, the pathway comes back online, and you start feeling better. This is how we bypass broken genes. You don't need to repair your genes. You just need to find out where the gene isn't working, like the broken traffic light, know what the next step in the pathway needs, like magnesium, B12, CME, then manually supply it so the system keeps flowing. This is precision health, like giving your body the exact tool it needs to keep the engine running, even if one part isn't working right. So how do you explain this to others? Your body runs on little highways that need nutrients at every step to keep going. If a gene is broken, that step gets blocked and everything backs up, like traffic at a red light. But if we know where the light is stuck, we can give the exact nutrient to move it forward again. That's why gene testing matters. It tells us exactly what nutrient to give your body so it runs right, even with broken genes. And what does that mean for you? You're not broken. You're not at the mercy of your genes. You just have some factories that need a little help. Gene testing gives you that blueprint. Targeted nutrients give you the tools. And together, they give your body the green light to heal, energize, balance, and restore. You don't need to change your DNA. You just need to unlock the next step. Because when your body runs smoothly, you feel like you again. Supplementing means manually turning the light green. When we know exactly where that red light is, thanks to gene testing, we can give the body the specific nutrient it needs to override that broken light. For example, let's say your pathway is supposed to add B12 at step 3, but your gene at step 2 is broken. So step 3 never gets what it needs and everything stalls out. But since we know that, we give you methyl B12 and boom, the traffic moves again. You manually turn the light green. The highway opens up. The pathway runs smoothly. You don't have to suffer because of your genes. You're not just getting older or overreacting. Your body is trying to function, but one or more of your internal factories may be stalled. The good news? You can restart the system. You just need the right map. So here's your step-by-step plan. Step 1, get your genes tested. Unlike blood tests that can change daily, your genes don't change. Gene testing is a one-time investment that gives you a lifelong blueprint. Once you know which genes you have, you never need to test them again. You'll always know where your traffic lights are and what to do about them. Step 2, find the blocked pathways. You can learn where your body needs help. Review your results with a practitioner who understands functional genetics. Together, you can pinpoint where the bottlenecks are and which systems are affected. Step 3, support with precision nutrients. Now you know what's missing and what your body's asking for, so you can give it the exact right supplement to keep the process running. It's not about changing your genes. It's about unlocking the next step in the pathway so your body can do what it was designed to do without interruptions. You can supply it with the exact nutrient needed to restore flow, whether it's B12, methylfolate, magnesium, B6, CME, and or others based on your results. Once the pathway is supported, the light turns green again. Your biological factories restart, and the symptoms that once felt mysterious start to fade. This isn't about changing your DNA. It's about understanding your wiring and working with it. When you do that, energy returns, mood lifts, detox pathways open, hormones rebalance, and you start to feel like you again. You're not stuck with bad genes. You just haven't been shown how to support them properly. You only need to test once, but the knowledge lasts a lifetime. Ready to flip the switch? Your body is waiting for the green light. Let's turn it on. There's more coming. Deeper truths, smarter tools, and real answers. Subscribe so you don't miss a thing. You deserve the whole story, and I won't stop until you have it. It unfolds with every video. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video gave you something valuable to take away. Your next step is just one click away. Check out our next video right here. And if you want to join this community and see more content like this, hit subscribe and give it a like. I truly appreciate the support.